Welcome to another daily update here in the Creepy Crawlers garage. And in the past few updates, we've been working on the Gremlin build, the TRX4 build, and the Suzuki build pretty much exclusively. And while we've been doing that, we've had some customer jobs start to build up in the background. So what I thought we'd do is take a break from those builds and go ahead and get a customer's job done so we can get it on out of the shop. And basically what I have here is I had a customer that brought in mostly a Vanquish chassis. Most of the chassis is here. In fact, all the main components are here from a Vanquish chassis. It's a VS4-10 Origin chassis from that limited kit. And then they also brought in another chassis, which is a Pimpin Crawlers chassis that has a Power Wagon body on it. Now, what they want to do is take the components off that Vanquish chassis and mount them onto the Power Wagon chassis or onto that Pimpin Crawlers chassis, which is actually should be a pretty straightforward and simple job. So I thought what we do first, I'm going to go ahead for this update is get this taken apart, and then we'll see what we're working with, and then we'll go from there. So I went ahead and pulled the body off of the Pimpin Crawlers chassis so we can get a little better look at it. And again, this is a Pimpin Crawlers chassis, the same people that built the chassis for the Samurai project you've seen in other updates. It's the same people built this chassis for this Power Wagon body. Now somebody else has gone in, added some woodwork that actually looks really nice. It has a nice detail, and they built a simple little interior that's very effective. It actually, I kind of like it. It's very simple, but very effective. They got a foam, they've used some foam to build a bench seat, got steering wheel, steering column, and then just a wooden dash with some gauges and whatnot. And it really looks nice. So that's all this is definitely going to stay. We got some brass tubing they turned into stacks in the back here. All this looks really nice. So all this is going to stay exactly as it is. What we've got to do is take all the components off of the Vanquish chassis and install them onto this one. So that's what I did. I went ahead and completely disassembled the Vanquish chassis. And I thought what we'd do is just take a second, take a look at what all kind of components we have to work with, starting with the axles, which are the Curry axles. These are really nice pieces, but just right up front, this, that Vanquish kit, it's kind of on the expensive side. I looked into it. That kit was $900, but it's got, and you can argue whether it's worth $900 or not. That's not really what this is about, but it does have some nice components in it, like these axles. These are their Curry axles, front and back. These are really nice pieces of gear. It's got the incision shocks, and then the links are still on it too, which I think we'll be able to use this 4-link setup because I believe the Vanquish chassis and this Pimpin Crawlers chassis have the same wheelbase. It appeared they do. I hope they do because I really don't want to have to build new links again. I've done enough of that recently, but I think they're gonna work for us. It also has the all metal incision drive shafts, which is really nice. This is what you see right here is a really nice set of gear. Now, also in the chassis was the transmission. So this is the Vanquish transmission that's had a Castle motor, a Castle brushless censored motor put into it, that's really nice. And then it also had the Mamba X ESC. So we're going to use all this also in that Pimpin Crawlers chassis. This is all really nice gear that's going in this thing. Now, as you can see, it all needs a lot of cleaning. It's quite dirty. So what I'm going to do this evening, I'll take all this. Oh, before I forget too, it also had a Holmes Hobby servo in it. So, I mean, kind of the best of the best stuff going on here. This is going to be a really nice rig when it's done. But what I need to do, and I'm going to do it this evening, is take all this apart, give it a good cleaning, grease and oil everything up, and then I'll get it installed into the Pimpin Crawlers chassis. Oh, and I didn't even show you the wheels, did I? So it's got 4 of the Vanquish method wheels, and then it's got the Super Swamper tires on it. I mean, this is really nice. I'm gonna have fun putting this together, and I might have to take it out and run it before we give it back to the customer. I don't know. But this is all really nice gear. I just need to get it cleaned up, get it oiled, get it greased. I'll do all that this evening. So tomorrow, beginning of tomorrow's update, we should see this all cleaned and reassembled and installed in the chassis. And before I go, I was going to mention it isn't a customer's job unless you got some little hiccups in it, and there's only 2 with this one, which is actually pretty surprising. That's good for a customer's job. That's actually good to only have 2 issues to deal with. One, very simple. Actually, both of them are very simple. The first one was the front axle was missing a wheel hex pin. Very easy. I got a ton of them. Just replace it. And the only other issue was the the bolt holding the steering linkage to the servo horn was stripped. So I had to tap that out. Very easy fix again. I can just replace it with one I have. So considering how normally customer jobs go, this should be very straightforward, very simple. I'm excited to get it done this evening and then give you guys the update on it tomorrow. Along with, I got to get back to work to the Gremlin because we're finishing filming. We're almost done with filming the Gremlin and the Samurai builds for the RC shop coming up this week. I'm going to try to have that out on Friday. So look for that coming up. If you have any ideas for me concerning those, let me know down in the comments section. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and if you want to see how this turns out when it all comes together, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button too, so you can get notified when this comes out. By the way, 5 days a week, we get the daily updates Monday through Friday. So we'll have this update tomorrow, but hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you get updated when they come through. And I really appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow when we got this all wrapped up.